It begins with the quiet hum of a life lived in the shadows of your own aspirations, where the echo of your own name feels foreign. Each morning is a silent ritual of compromise, an agreement with the mirror to hide your true reflection beneath layers of practiced smiles and muted ambitions. The world outside sees a strength, but inside, the threads unravel under the weight of unspoken desires, once vibrant, now dulled by time and neglect. You walk a path paved with the expectations of others, each step a testament to a promise you never made, a debt you never owed. The air is thick with the scent of unmet potential, a fragrance that clings to your skin, reminding you of the dreams shelved long ago. In the cacophony of voices that surround you, yours is the quietest, a whisper that struggles to be heard amidst the clamor of demands and obligations. The heart beats in a rhythm of defiance, yet subdued, like a bird trapped within the confines of a gilded cage. It sings a song of forgotten courage, its melody lost in the labyrinth of self-doubt, where walls are built from the fear of judgment and the floor is a mosaic of past failures. The light that once burned bright within you flickers, overshadowed by the looming specter of inadequacy. Every encounter is a negotiation, a delicate dance on the tightrope of validation, where the slightest misstep threatens to plunge you into the abyss of rejection. You barter pieces of yourself for acceptance, each transaction leaving you with less and less until you stand, a hollow monument to the person you might have been. Your reflection is a stranger, a ghost in the glass that haunts your waking moments. In the quiet solitude of your own thoughts, you confront the silent storm that rages within, a tempest of longing and regret that churns beneath the surface. It is here, in this private sanctuary of introspection, that the truth reveals itself, stark and undeniable. The world will not offer the respect you have yet to claim for yourself. Yet, there is a flicker of hope, a glimmer that dances on the periphery of your awareness. It is a call to arms, an invitation to reclaim the fragments of your identity scattered by years of neglect. But the path forward is shrouded in uncertainty, and the fear of what lies ahead grips you with cold, unyielding hands. Still, beneath the layers of doubt, there lingers a question unanswered, a door left ajar in the corridors of your mind. It is a question that beckons with a quiet insistence, urging you to confront the unknown, to step beyond the confines of the self-imposed prison. But what if the key to that door has been lost, buried under the weight of years spent in silence? Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, silent desert. The heat is overwhelming, yet the silence is more profound. It's in this stillness that you begin to feel the weight of your own existence pressing down, not as a burden, but as something that demands acknowledgement. It's the quiet whisper that says, until you respect yourself, nobody else will. The pain hinted in these words is familiar, isn't it? Like a shadow that follows, yet remains unseen. Once, there was a moment, a fleeting glimpse of truth that pierced through the veil of ordinary life. It was an ordinary day, indistinguishable from the rest. A person, lost in the routine of daily tasks, felt an unexpected stillness wrap around them. At that moment, a letter arrived, not addressed to them, but mistakenly delivered. The envelope was old, the ink fading, yet what it contained held a story of longing and regret. Reading it, the person felt the echo of their own unsaid words and unrealized dreams. The letter spoke of a love unexpressed, of opportunities missed because fear had kept the heart silent. Suddenly, there was a deeper understanding. The pain of the letter was not just the writer's, but a shared human experience. It was a moment of heartbreak that felt like surrender, not to despair, but to the truth that suffering has weight, shape, history, and even meaning. The person realized they had been living in a similar silence, shying away from their own aspirations, too afraid to claim them. In that accidental encounter, there was no grand revelation, just a quiet awareness that the suffering they carried was not in vain. It had a purpose, a message that had been trying to reach them through the noise of expectations and the clamor of demands. It was telling them to pause, to listen, and to respect the voice within that had been drowned out for so long. This is the paradox of suffering, it crushes, yet it also clarifies. It is when we are stripped bare by pain that we glimpse the contours of our true selves. The moment was simple, yet profound. The person didn't find solutions, only a new perspective. There was no immediate change, only an awareness that the life they had lived was not the life they had to continue living. Until you respect yourself, nobody else will. These words now carried a different resonance, not as a reprimand, but as an invitation. An invitation to see suffering not just as an obstacle, but as a teacher. To recognize that in the heart of pain, there is a space for transformation. As we walk this path, each step can bring us closer to a truth we've been too afraid to see. If these words are helping you name something that's been silent inside you, you're not alone. Join us by subscribing. We're walking this path together. In the dim glow of a solitary lamp, the room is steeped in a quietude that borders on the sacred. The walls, once vibrant with ambition and plans, now seem to echo with the silence of unmet expectations. On the desk, a single sheet of paper rests, untouched, yet heavy with the weight of words unsaid. It is an invitation to a life not yet lived, a silent testament to the yearning that has long simmered beneath the surface. Outside, the world moves on, oblivious to the turmoil within these walls. The clock ticks with a relentless precision, each second marking the passage of time that feels both swift and stagnant. Yet, in contrast to this measured rhythm, there is a pause, a breath held in anticipation of something unnamed. In the corner, a plant sits, wilted and forgotten, its leaves drooping under the neglect of days gone by. It is a mirror, reflecting the soul's own fatigue, a silent companion to the journey of internal struggle. Yet, amidst its faded green, there is a single leaf, tender and new, pushing through the decay with a quiet determination. It is an image not of transformation, but of the possibility of one. A whisper of life in the shadow of what once was. The room holds its breath, as if sensing the gentle shift in the air. A hand reaches out, hesitant but resolute, to touch the leaf. In this moment, there is no grand revelation, no sweeping change. Just the simplicity of contact, the acknowledgement of life persisting against the odds. The protagonist stands at the precipice of his own becoming, aware of the choices yet to be made. The silence deepens, wrapping around him like a cocoon, offering solace and introspection. It is a sacred pause, a lull before the storm of change. He closes his eyes, not in defeat, but in contemplation, feeling the weight of the past and the uncertainty of the future converge in the present. It is in this stillness that the image truly speaks. Not with words, but with the quiet insistence of possibility. A reminder that respect for oneself is not a destination, but a journey, an ongoing act of courage and vulnerability. The room remains unchanged, yet subtly altered by the realization that has dawned. The plant, with its solitary new leaf, stands as a symbol of resilience, a testament to the quiet strength that lies within. And as the protagonist opens his eyes, there is a newfound clarity, not of what is to come, but of the next step to take. The silence swells, holding the space between what was and what could be. It is the breath before the leap, the moment of suspension before the world shifts on its axis. Here, in this sacred pause, the potential for transformation lingers, not with a shout, but with the soft, insistent murmur of hope. And in the end, there is only stillness. A breath, held. There's a moment when you touch something inside you that was hidden for too long. It's not knowledge that illuminates this space, it's a feeling, raw and undeniable. Like realizing that the weight you've been carrying wasn't yours to bear alone. It's strange how something that once felt unbearable can now feel steady, as if acknowledging the pain somehow eases its grip. Imagine standing at the edge of your own life, peering into the vastness of all you've denied yourself. The dreams unspoken, the desires shelved in favor of acceptance, the parts of you that you've tried to hide just to fit the mold others cast. And yet, what if this exhaustion isn't a failure of strength, but a testament to your endurance? The weight of carrying too much, for too long. There's something quietly powerful about stepping back and seeing the truth you've avoided. It's like looking into a mirror and finally recognizing the person staring back at you. Not as a stranger, but as someone you've always known. What if the silence you've kept wasn't emptiness, but a space where your true voice is waiting to be heard? Gradually, you begin to understand that respect isn't something you earn from others by contorting yourself into shapes that don't fit. Instead, it's the quiet acceptance of your own worth. A slow, gentle unfolding of who you really are. And in that unfolding, you find a kind of peace that doesn't scream for attention, but whispers of a deeper truth. What if not answering the demands of the world was the most honest thing you've ever done? What if stepping away from the noise allowed you to hear the soft, persistent call of your own heart? As the layers of people-pleasing begin to peel away, you may find that the invisible cloak of emotional invisibility starts to dissolve. It's not that the pain disappears, but that it becomes a part of the landscape of your life, no longer an obstacle, but a reminder of where you've been and what you've overcome. In accepting grief as sacred, you honor the depth of your experience. It's not about moving on or forgetting, but integrating every piece of your journey into your being. There's a strange comfort in this acceptance, a reassurance that your story, with all its twists and turns, has value. This shift, this return to your rightful shape, is deeply personal. It's not a grand gesture or a dramatic transformation. It's the quiet recognition that you matter, just as you are. It's the courage to face the parts of you that you've kept hidden and to embrace them fully. Perhaps this is where true respect begins, in the willingness to see yourself clearly and to stand firm in that truth, even when it trembles. If this touched something quiet inside you, I'd be honored to hear what it stirred. Leave a comment, if you feel like sharing. We're all walking through something. In the quiet corners of our hearts, there lies a garden only we can tend. It's a place where the echoes of past burdens linger, like shadows stretching across the grass in the late afternoon sun. Here, the weight of expectations can feel like an overgrown vine, wrapping tightly around the fragile stems of who we truly are. But if you pause and listen, there's a whisper beneath the noise, a gentle reminder that you are not the sum of what others see. Imagine a lone tree standing at the edge of a meadow, its branches heavy with leaves that have weathered countless storms. Each leaf tells a story, each scar on its bark a testament to resilience. The tree does not demand the approval of the wind or the sky, it simply stands, rooted deeply, allowing its own presence to be enough. In this quiet acceptance, it finds strength, drawing nourishment from the ground beneath that has always supported it, unseen and unwavering. We, too, have the capacity to stand firm amidst the tempest. Beneath the surface of our daily facades lies a quiet strength, a soft yet unyielding truth that refuses to be silenced. It is in the stillness that we rediscover our value, not through the eyes of others, but through the gentle acknowledgement of our own worth. Like the tree, we can find solace in our roots, in the stories that have shaped us and the paths we have walked. As you sit with this, feel the gentle rustle of leaves around you, an invitation to let go of the need to be validated by the world outside. Each leaf that falls is a part of the tree's cycle, a necessary shedding to make way for new growth. In this natural rhythm, there is no rush, no urgency, only the patient unfolding of life as it is meant to be. We learn that our scars are not marks of failure, but of survival, each one a quiet testament to the journey we have undertaken. The act of respecting oneself is not a loud proclamation, but a quiet vow. It's a tender acceptance of all that you are, the light and the shadow, the known and the hidden. In this gentle embrace, you become whole, and in wholeness, there is peace. The garden of your heart flourishes not through the approval of others, but through the simple act of being present with yourself, as you are, without need for change or justification. Here, in this moment, there is a quiet companionship. It is the presence of those who have walked this path before you, who have felt the weight and found a way to breathe again. They offer nothing but their silent solidarity, a shared understanding that speaks louder than words. You are not alone in this meadow of self-discovery. Let this be a reminder that your worth does not hinge on the perceptions of the world. It is inherent, unwavering, like the steady pulse of the earth beneath your feet. Respecting yourself is not an endpoint but a journey, a gentle unfolding of truth over time. And in this unfolding, you find a freedom that is both profound and simple. If this reached something quiet inside you, you can like the video, so someone else might feel less alone, too. In the quiet moments when the noise of the world fades, we find ourselves standing at the edge of our own truth. It's here, in this sacred space, that we witness the raw beauty of our existence, unfiltered, untouched by the weight of expectation. We learn that our worth is not a reflection of others' perceptions, but a steadfast flame that burns within, even when the winds of doubt try to extinguish it. To respect oneself is to embrace this flame, to cradle it gently amidst the chaos, and to let its warmth remind us of who we truly are. The journey inward is not without its shadows. It demands courage to face the parts of us we've hidden away, thinking they were unworthy of light. Yet, it is in the acceptance of these shadows that we find our greatest strength. We are not defined by our scars, but by the resilience forged in the fires of our trials. Each step we take towards self-respect is a step away from the shackles of validation, a step towards freedom that only we can grant ourselves. In the stillness, we come to understand that we are enough, not because we have been told so, but because we have felt the truth of it in our bones. It is a gentle knowing, a whisper that echoes through the chambers of our heart, reminding us that every breath is a testament to our inherent value. We learn to stand tall, not in defiance, but in quiet confidence, rooted in the soil of our own becoming. Until you respect yourself, nobody else will. These words are a gentle nudge, an invitation to honor the sacred within, to let go of seeking approval from a world that can never truly define us. In respecting ourselves, we give permission for others to do the same, but it is a journey that begins and ends with us. If this reaches something quiet inside you, you can like the video, so someone else might feel less alone, too. Thank you for watching. Be part of our community by subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video.